Hello, and welcome back as I continue to oscillate from pointless to hopeless in Perfidious Pete plays XCOM, The Long War 2. Those do seem to be the 2 points on the pendulum for this campaign. Missions are either pointless, which is to say a stealth mission that honestly are all beginning to feel very samey. Now that I've kind of got a grip on the paradigm, they also don't really feel that difficult anymore. Or at the other end, so heavily stacked in favor of the aliens that it feels like the only way to prosecute the mission successfully is to just hide in a hole and fire rockets at anything that comes too close, which is commonly referred to as the Kim Jong-un maneuver. But I have to say, for a tactical game, it really seems like kind of an odd choice to restrict the players in such a fashion. Long War 2 has once again chosen to winnow down the broader array of potentially viable strategies that was available in vanilla down to just one. A lot of ways you could win a vanilla campaign, and in Vanilla Deuce, a lot of ways you could win that too. You could just go straight easy mode, blow and go with cover destruction, a little backup firepower. You could straight speed rush with some point-blank shotgun damage. You could roll the Guardian Overwatch Specialist Blitz. They had Nova-charged all-spark robo-mechanized death brigades. You could combo plate and do a little from column A, a little of column B, sampler style. Vanilla Deuce gave you options, but Long War 2 doesn't really seem to be delivering much in the way of options. And Long War 1 did sort of the same thing in that they were actively punishing to anything other than Overwatch creeping. And that was fine because, yeah, they shoehorned you into well, it wasn't fine, actually. It was objectively still sort of the same problem, but less manifest in that you had options into the method in which you Overwatch creeped. You were Overwatch creeping, there was no way around it. But you could, there were various and subtle flavors of Overwatch creeping. Long War 2 seems to have taken it even one step further. There are like 2 ways you're going to prosecute a mission. If it's not a timed mission that's going to force you to fight 40,000 aliens in the bathroom of a Japanese love hotel, then your entire team, anybody who's not a technical, is a fucking liability. If it's a mission where you have any sort of timer, you send in your shinobi and a lackey so that the shinobi has an extra pair of hands to hide in a dumpster and throw an evac flare while they go and Sam Fisher the shit out of everything else. That's it. That's what you're doing. And to then force you to do that like a couple hundred times, I don't know. It's dissatisfying to say. And I know I'm probably flogging a deceased equine here, but I'm genuinely baffled why, from a design perspective, you would choose to do this. What's the advantage of refusing to let the player play in a way they find the most fun, or to just, what's the advantage of encouraging a player from experimenting with a bunch of different strategies? I don't understand why you don't want people to have different varieties, different flavors of play. It adds replayability to your campaign. I understand you'd be like, oh, well, we can just make up for what we lack in replayability with length. But why? You could have replayability and length. You could have the best of both worlds, man. You could be dating Matthew McConaughey with Stephen Hawking smarts. But you're like, no, man, it's fine. We're just going to sit here and keep going out with Michael Cera. Operation Sinking Whisper. 2 days, 19 hours. Recover an item from an advent train. You gotta find a lead. Do we even... I mean, we already have, I think, our liberation chain in Western Africa started. This is extremely light. It is evac with flare. At 2 days, 19 hours... I'm not really sure I want to try this mission. I mean, we could probably send in a team that could very, in all likelihood, do it. Our reward would be 26 intel, and I think, you know what, we could do this mission for... See, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. We could do this mission, boost it, and have a net gain of literally 1 intel, but why? Why bother doing the mission? I'm confused why we would just not ignore it. And somebody's like, Pete, you don't understand. Some of these missions are like, they're meant to be ignored. You're supposed to not do these missions. Well, why fucking put them in then? What's the point of that? Why put in missions that you're not supposed to ever do? Alien scientists make great strides on a secret strategic project. Okay, so some kind of dark event triggered off camera while we were off picking up Babatudna Ondede, Arziki Gasbone. It's another Gasbone! The Gasbone twins are the greatest asset to the XCOM team. We also picked up rookie Simba Mbeki. Wow, I didn't know the lion from the Lion King had a surname. All right, so we picked up some rookies, and what are we gonna do now? I mean, we're really just waiting for Second City so we can do this Haven Assault. And I guess in the meantime, we'll just head over to Western Africa and start to scan, see if maybe we can get a little bit of bonus time on some of these future missions, I suppose. We're just waiting for our next stealth mission at this point.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries.
Doing a little research as well. Viper Autopsy got us battlefield medicine, venom rounds, and gas grenades. All those things are lovely, but we're not gonna have the resources or opportunity to build any of those. First thing we're going into, 50 friggin' supplies, really? I'm almost tempted to forego combat armor and do magnetic. You know what? I'm not tempted. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do mag weapons instead. Pete, you still don't have armor. Yeah, but oh wait, this is a 25-day research okay, alright. Your 25 days has convinced me, Dr. Tigan. I would rather have armor in 13 days than that in 15. And now what I've got to do is go find a way to recover all of the supplies that I no longer have because I spent 50 of them on a research project. But it is a much needed research project, and it also does give us a suit of armor. That's the other thing. So let's run up to the black markets here and see if we can fucking find a way to get ourselves some supplies. So they're very interested in alien alloys, which I'm never going to sell. They're very interested in Advent officer corpses and Illyrium crystals, which I'm never going to sell. So they're not very interested in anything that we have available. We could sell Advent data pads, but I'm not going to sell those until they are very interested in them. So yeah, beautiful. All of those things that we spent our time recovering on those supply missions are ultimately going to be completely pointless. That's friggin' beautiful. Let's get back down to West Africa. You know what the team could really use right now is a friggin' third engineer. That's what we really need, is another Engie. Shielded power coil. All right, we got 16 Illyrium crystals. That's fantastic. We are going to view this room because we could now put in a power-free facility there if only we had, you know, the ability to get any power from anywhere, but we don't, so we can't. So instead, we're just going to send our excavation specialist down here to start shoveling away some alien debris. At this point, I shouldn't even call them engineers. I should just call them custodians. Just, I mean, I don't want to give them like inflated egos from having a job title that's above their station. I don't want them to get ahead of themselves. I'm an engineer. Yeah, but it's a sanitation engineer, Rick. You left off the important part. Okay, rescue contacts. Is any one of you a engineer by chance? No, of course you're not. So we're gonna capture some rebels. See, and here's the thing. We get 9 days and 18 hours to do this mission. Did we need 19 days and 18 hours to do this mission? Kind of feel like probably not, because we're gonna send literally 2 guys. Laugh Factory, well, I mean, no, you guys are not on this. Upright Citizens Brigade, yes. Where is... You had Kathleen Madigan was your running partner, but it looks like Madigan is busy. I'll take, like, literally any other shinobi, then. Don't really care who it is. Joe Brand. Joe Brand, what squad are you in? We need to do a little squad management here. Let's back out of this for a second. With 9 days, I'm not really worried about dropping a couple hours on this one while we do a little squad management. Where is... Okay, Joe Brand? No. See, Tammy Pescatelli. Joe Brand is a groundling, and Jerry Seinfeld is a groundling. All right, we're gonna do... All right, let's reassign some soldiers here. The groundlings. I want to get... Where's Bob Newhart? Oh, you know what? Newhart's probably in a squad, actually. All right, let's go back to squad view. Now, this is not what I wanted at all, people. No, now you've mucked it. You've mucked it all. This is not what I want. I just want to see the soldiers that are squad soldiers. This is what I want. Okay, so Bob Newhart. All right, here's what we're going to do. Since Bob Newhart and Kathleen Madigan have actually never managed to get their schedules to sync up and go on a mission at the same time, I just want to take Kathleen Madigan. All right, I'm going to have to take Bob Newhart off the squad. Fine. Well, we'll come down to the annoyance, which is actually on a mission. So we'll come down to here and we'll assign Bob Newhart to this. Where's Bob Newhart? Wait, there he is, Bob Angel Newhart. Second Lieutenant Bob Angel Newhart is now a groundling. And then we're going to send the groundlings on our new mission. So that way we can get Joe Brand and Bob Newhart working together in the most powerhouse couple since Brangelina went tits up. I don't know about all y'all, but I was heartbroken when I heard the news. You're like, no, they're a Hollywood power couple. You guys got to find a way to make it work. That's not what I wanted at all. I mean, we're doing that mission already. What I want is this jailbreak. Here we go. So, give me the groundlings. You guys are going in. It's Joe Brand, Bob Newhart. They got this shit on farm. Bobby B, we're going to edit you up a little bit. Pete, why are you taking away Bob Newhart's laser rifle? Well, because one, this is a stealth mission. We're never going to fire a shot. Two, just in case shit does go tits up like Brangelina, I don't want Bob Newhart leaving behind any valuable equipment. Not that at this point I expect the mission to go tits up like Brangelina. I think we're probably going to be totally okay. But there's no reason to not optimize our loadouts here. Joe Brand ain't going to need that frag grenade. Get rid of that bad boy. And Bobby B, old Newhart here, probably ain't going to need his flashbang either. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. We'll speed up Bob as well. How come you always carry a smoke grenade, Pete? It's actually pretty useful for covering civilians as they escape. Honestly, I'm sure we could probably get by without it. If we get spotted on a stealth mission, we're probably boned anyway. Then it's just sprinting to the exit. Once you get spotted, just nothing you can do but run. It would be really nice if, you know, you could maybe take these 9 days, take an actual team of killers in here and maybe murder some aliens. Because killing your foes in a war is, as I understand it, typically the preferred strategy. But hey, I'm not a 4-star general. What the hell do I know? Corporal Chris Rock has recovered from his wounds. That's nice. The annoyance is 200% infiltrated here. So, yeah, we might as well do this. 32 intel and an intel package. We do have a need for intel currently because we are trying to expand into, I don't know, Northern Africa, I guess it is. Looks like Northeastern Africa to me. Basically, it's like Egypt, what we're looking to take over. Egypt, Syria, Sinai Peninsula, maybe. A little bit of that area. Operation Burning Tears on the outskirts of Kano. Of course the tears are burning if you're on the outskirts of Kano. That guy has one kind of weird, like, roomy laser eye. Do you really think his tears are not going to be burning when they're dripping from his cyclopean red stare? He's got the red gaze of Magnus, man. Of course the tears will burn. Either that or he's got gonorrhea of the eye. I don't want to judge, but maybe you should go see a doctor, Kano. You ever think about that? Maybe you wouldn't have needed that cybernetic replacement eye if you had just gotten a treatment for your gonorrhea. That's all I'm saying. Could have gone the other way. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're downloading data cache from an exposed point. We got Tammy Pescatelli and Kathleen Irish Madigan. So Madigan's going to be going in super sneaky Stam Fisher style. Got a turret and a pod. The turret and pod combo is actually very unfortunate because this produces a situation where it's very likely we're going to get pinned down. How come it's more likely you're going to get pinned down here, Pete? It's actually the turret that's a problem because the turret creates a detection zone that does not move. Pescatelli, we don't really need you to get near the enemy. Turret creates a detection zone that is immobile. These guys, conversely, can move around. Oh, you hunkered down when you're in deep cover. Right, I forgot. Kathleen Madigan got a AWC ability. When in deep cover, Kathleen Madigan now hunkers down. Got a little robo friend over here who's taken up station by this gas pump. It's not going to be a big problem for Kathleen Madigan. The real difficult part of this mission is actually just going to be getting Tammy Pescatelli close enough to the target zone that she can drop an evac flare for Kathleen Madigan and allow her to escape in a single move. We're going to take Madigan, I think, probably to the backside of this rooftop. Yeah, let's just run around here. Civilians don't typically spawn on rooftops, so we're unlikely to accidentally stomp on any. I dislike very much on stealth missions, typically, if I'm running into, like, unexplored gray territory. I try and avoid that shit like the plague, just for fear of stepping on some unseen jackass. But when you're going onto a rooftop, you're more likely to run into Advent than you are a civilian. I assume it's the bad kids from Advent, you know, the troubled ones, the guys whose parents maybe don't pay as much attention to them as they should because they're ethereals and they're slowly dying of a wasting sickness. Those guys are the ones that are out smoking on the rooftops, because you know Advent's up there smoking. They're like they're the bad boy rebels. They'll be like, hey man, want to come up under the rooftop and have a smoke? They're like, no, I mean, I just really wanted to go home and more Balatin with my mom and dad, but they're both working and I'm a latchkey kid, so sure, I mean, attention is attention. If you wanna go grab a smoke on the rooftop, I guess mean, I'm not doing anything else. I might as well. That's a gateway drug. It's how things go bad. It's how we got to this sorry state of affairs. Latchkey aliens. So we got a Viper and company. We got 6 turns to get our ass in this building, which is going to be... I mean, we can go open that door in all likelihood. I mean, is there any cover here? Our detection radius with Kathleen Madigan is so tiny. Even without ghost walking, we'd almost have to get stomped on here in order to have any sort of a problem. I still make... No, you know, I'm not going to ghost walk here. I think we're okay.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access.
Yeah, confirmation of the exposed access point is always handy, John. And we're going to bring Tammy Pescatelli up here. Why does her name say... Oh, right. Tammy Pescatelli's name is actually Tammy Gillespie. Pescatelli is like a stage name. Okay, so we got a drone drifting in on us. We had some guys down below. Kathleen Irish Madigan's going to open up this little door here. We have Advent in the building. We have Advent in the building. Pete, are you worried about that? Surprisingly, no, I'm not. I am going to ghost walk here just out of an abundance of caution. I don't know where that Viper is. We can drop their detection tile. It's down to like literally 1 square here. Are we going to hack it? No, we're not going to hack it this turn. What we're going to do is we're going to take Pescatelli. Can anybody see Pescatelli? Not at the moment. I do want to move her slightly. Just to get a little more space, a little bit more gap room. We're going to drop the evac flare. Evac's going to arrive 1 turn from now. How come evac's going to arrive so fast, Pete? Well, because, you know, we got 200% on the infiltration. That's why. And we're just going to go ahead and... I guess we'll have Overwatch here with Kathleen Irish Madigan. Just see where these guys go. If they wander out of line of sight, we got 4 turns till network shutdown. We can have... Pescatelli just go evac solo style. That guy kicked an already open. That's just vindictive, Advent. You're kicking out a door that's already open. Why do that, bro? Why do that? What advantage? You know, there's a homeowner who probably paid a lot of money for that door. Bradford, do we look like we're in any sort of trouble at the moment? I mean, I'm curious. We needed to get that 1 tile closer to Kathleen Madigan. We really, really did. All right, Pescatelli, I just want you on Overwatch here. You can make it to the evac zone in a double move. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to put you on Overwatch. We're going to put Kathleen Irish Madigan on Overwatch as well. See if we can buy her an additional turn. If these guys move out of line of sight, which they have done, now we can hack scot-free. Oh, Pescatelli has kind of fucked it for us.
I'll get him next time.
Pescatelli has encountered a drone who has become a problem. Alright, well, Pescatelli, you're going to have to go. We do have 1 active pod, but that pod cannot see Kathleen Irish Madigan. So we're going to have Kathleen go ahead and hack the workstation. Small alloy cache, large supply cache. I really need the supplies more than the alloys. The alloys are almost twice as likely. And you know what? We could always sell them. It's almost twice as likely. Okay, we got the supplies. You know what? We got the alloys. We would have missed the supplies. So we made the right choice. Kathleen Irish Madigan is going to hunker just in case. Just in case. Meanwhile, Tammy Pescatelli, you're just going to go ahead and beat feet here, girl. No additional advantage to having you hang out. Just go ahead and go. If you could not pop a pod on the way out, that'd be beautiful as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll see you later. So all that leaves is this 1 drone who now has no idea where everybody is. Also, you may notice we have some indicators that are subtly different here. We've got some hacking indicators. A little bit different than what you're used to seeing. That's because I installed, or rather upgraded, our gotcha mod to gotcha again, which is a little better. There are some additional indicators in the gotcha again mod that do not exist in the base game. Or do not exist in the base modification. And we'll see you go ahead and see you in hell here, gentlemen. Kathleen Irish Madigan has already ghost walked her way through this. Sam Fisher, once again, escapes unscathed without firing a shot. Pretty uncommon for Sam Fisher, because that guy loves to fire shots. I don't know how we killed an enemy somehow, but... Tammy Pescatelli did shoot at one, I guess, but she didn't hit it. Sam fishing. The Gotcha Again mod, though, it adds some different indicators, like this move will activate pods. It tells you, it's got a little more feedback to it. Also, it's properly coded to correctly identify flank shots and stuff. It's just overall an upgrade to what was already, I think, probably the single most useful mod you can get for XCOM 2, which is Gotcha. It's the Gotcha mod is like one of the best things anybody's come up with it. And I'm including Long War itself. I actually think Gotcha is better. Gotcha Again, it just seems like a better version of Gotcha in that it gives you more feedback as you're playing. So, you know, we're sort of do like a little mod preview here. Not so much on that mission, because all it did was tell us where there was a hackable thing and point to it. Operation Burning Tears, anything but cause for tears. Or burning. I mean, Tammy Pescatelli may have a slight burning sensation in her genitals, but I'm sure it's unrelated. Mostly, I think it's because she's been dating Kano lately, and I think may have given her gonorrhea.
The aliens are probably still wondering what
You bone a dude with a cybernetic eye, your own risk, Tammy. Kathleen Irish Madigan, what do you got here? Shadow Strike. Evasive. No, it's just going to be Bladestorm. Yeah. Our Shinobi build is pretty static at this point. We are working one killing Shinobi, but our stealth Shinobis, that's the one paradigm we sort of have largely figured out. Tammy Pescatelli is going to be picking up heavy ordnance. And we're done. 10 alien alloys. Bonus alloys. We could turn those into 40 supplies. We could, but we're also going to need alloys for additional research projects, specifically mag weapons, I'm thinking. So we may hold off onto that. Do we have another mission in the works here? We got anything else cooking? Any other irons in the fire? Groundlings are doing some... We get a resistance mech? I don't even know what the hell this is. Hell yeah, let's go investigate this. I'm very curious. This is something new? New to the Long War? New to Perfidious Pete? Let's check it out. So we picked up a lead earlier, which gave us this scanning reward. I have no idea what a resistance mech is at all. Alright, Dennis Leary has become a technical for us. Do we have any other rookies in need of training? The answer is yes, because we just recruited 3 new ones. So we might as well get these guys down in the GTS. Let's go take a look at, not squad management, I want to view our overall soldier list and see where we've got some holes and what we need to fill in. Who's got the best aim? Once again, the gas bones deliver. Holy shit pickles, these gas bones are awesome. 72 aim, 13 foot speed is actually real bad, though. What would you be well suited for, Gasbone? Like a sharpshooter? In all likelihood, you're going to be another sharpshooter who is also a Haven advisor. If you had a 15 foot speed and a 3 health, I would make you a ranger in a fucking heartbeat. But instead, I think King of the Jungle Simba is going to be our new ranger. So I think we make the new Gasbone sharpshooter and retire them to Haven duty forever. And Becky, you're going to be a ranger. Ondede has a very, very poor aim, but a reasonable foot speed, a respectable health. And you know what? A decent hacking. Could we use another specialist? We got Bob Newhart. We got Sarah Broccoli Milliken, who is our premier specialist, I'd like to point out. And then we have, I think Patton Oswalt was on backup. Do I really want another specialist? Kind of not. I mean, you have good hacking, which is nice, but I don't know if we need another specialist that badly. With a 60 aim, though, you know what we could always use? More technicals. That's what. How many technicals do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 technicals. We have almost as many technicals as we have anything other than shinobis. Ondede wouldn't be a terrible shinobi either. You know, with a high base hacking, how many more ghost shinobis could we possibly desire, though? You know what? I'm thinking at least 1. So, yeah, we're going to go with sharpshooter, because we are about to start making contact with Western Africa, which means we're going to need another Haven advisor. So let's get Gasbone in and trained, and then we'll get Simba in as a ranger. Up to the old guerrilla tactics school. Simba's going to be out there learning to range the plains and, you know, defend his territory from rival father-murdering lions. And Gasbone, it's got to be done. I hate to misuse you so badly and make you a sharpshooter. It seems like an ignoble fate for a member of such an illustrious family. Are you one of the Raleigh Gasbones? Why, I do declare they make excellent soldiers, and they look so handsome in their uniforms. but I'm still doing it. That's taken care of then. Back to scanning. What is this resistance mech? Is this just going to give us a spark unit? Is that what it is? At an advent staging depot, we located an impact but powered down mech that was apparently left behind. Interface with its hardware, override its control systems, delivered to a nearby resistance haven where it will assist in defense. Okay. I honestly have no idea what that did for us. Let's go to resistance management, check this out. Is this just like we have a robot now that helps us fight? We have a gear wheel next to this now. I don't think this gear wheel was here before. You might notice also we are down to a meager 5 Haven advisors down in South Africa because we had a murderously disastrous... You're hiding? No, you should be probably doing intel. We did have a sort of murderously disastrous Haven defense mission where all of our faceless got purged in one fell swoop, and I still don't understand how, despite the fact that we only got 4 personnel killed and had 14, we're suddenly down to 5. That even with 2 faceless, you know, that math doesn't add up somewhere. There's something that's you know, call me crazy, but we should have 7 according to my calculations. Admittedly, I'm not a mathematician. I do not have graduate nor postgraduate degrees in mathematics. I am at best a rank amateur, but I'm pretty sure I got that one right. 93% then for Second City. This is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Second City. Okay, we recruited to a haven in West Africa. Once again, we could use some recruits in South Africa. How many people have we got in West Africa now? It's like 8 billion. Also, all you're doing is recruiting additional faceless. Stop it. Oh, that guy must have been a potential new soldier. Well, I can't afford to spend actual monies recruiting soldiers. You know, I appreciate your volunteering. It's nice of you. I love your can-do, go humanity spirit, but I have to say I don't actually think we'll be taking advantage of your services anytime soon. New target acquired. What do we got? 6 days, 1 hours. Neutralize a target in an Advent vehicle and get Advent's attention. This gets us an intel package and 24 intel. Pete, why would you want to draw Advent activity to an area? Ordinarily, I would not. But in this case, Operation Sacred Rage? I'm tempted to just go do it for the intel. And you know what? I think... Also, it will draw Haven strength away from South Africa, which we are about to liberate. I'm interested. I'm not going to lie. I'm very interested in this. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab a Haven advisor. We need a sniper, so it's probably going to be, what do we got? Gilbert, Quack, Quack, Godfried. And I think our other one's like Roseanne Barr, right? Oh, we got Wanda Sykes. What are you doing up here, Wanda? Where's Roseanne? Oh, Roseanne's on a mission. Right. I keep forgetting that. So Wanda Sykes, oh, is also a sharpshooter, actually. Well, you're who we need. Here, Dennis Leary, why don't you fill in for a minute? Keep an eye on things. And I'm going to take Wanda Sykes. We're going to send her out here on a little bit of a kill mission. She will not have a laser rifle, but all things considered, I really don't think she's going to need one since her only goal is going to be to shoot a civilian in the head, and then we're going to go away. Pete, you're not going to try and capture the civilian? I don't know. I don't really care. We lose the intel package, I think, if we don't capture the civilian. I'm still shockingly okay with that. Give me the annoyance, please, because this is our empty squad where we just throw together whomever. So we need a shinobi. Fortunately, I think Jim Superdad Gaffigan is the only one. Jim, are you the only guy available? Really? It's just... No, we got Kathleen Irish Madigan. Right. Just to say, she just did a mission. How is she not available? Turns out she actually is available. And backing her up, then we're going to grab our Wanda Sykes. Let's strip all weapons and weapon upgrades here. Make all weapons available. Kathleen, we actually had you run that last mission carrying a grenade. It's no wonder you were 1 tile too slow. Let's get rid of that, because you don't need it. Wanda Sykes, can we give you a laser lance? I don't think we have a second one. We don't. I don't really feel like we need a second laser sniper rifle. Eventually, what we'll probably do is make 2 mag rifles, because we do have missions where we have to go neutralize alien data taps and devices and whatnot that just have way more health than they deserve. I wish... Can we get rid of the holo targeter? No. I was going to say, I would dump the holo targeter if we could, because all we really need out of Wanda Sykes is we want her to be quick. All we need is speed. I feel the need for speed. Fixed evac, 12-turn extraction timer, infiltration mission, concealed start, Kathleen Madigan, Wanda Sykes. They're going to go get this shit handled. Our total infiltration time, I think, is well below the limit, so she should have a pretty healthy bonus, too. No capture attempt. We're just going to go in, have Kathleen Madigan spot the target, and have Wanda Sykes go ahead and deliver some long-distance, high-velocity, comedic assault to the brain of our foe. Second City's getting real close. We got to keep an eye on this. When this gets to 134% in the Second City, we are go time. Okay, got an incoming transition. Communication from the Resistance. 1 day, 1 hour to okay, Operation Bleeding Rain. This is good. We're going to be able to get rid of these faceless before they have a chance to rob us of another month's supplies. And since that's going to be our next mission, I think I'm just going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more oscillation from pointless to hopeless, might consider subscribing as well. This one falling clearly on the hopeless, or rather pointless side of the scale as opposed to hopeless, in that we just sent in our guys to do a thing and nothing really happened of note at all. Kind of really felt sort of pointless. Really did. But if you want to see more pointlessness, you might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of this every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.